Hello everyone, how are you all? So, our today's lecture is operators in Python. So, in our previous lectures, we have discussed on variables, identifiers, and data types in Python. So, we will today discuss on the operators in Python. We have done this thing in C language also, but we have some difference operators in Python as in C language. So, we have total number of 8 operators there. So, and these operators we have arithmetic operator, relational operator, unary operator, assignment operator, bitwise operator, logical operator, membership operators, and identity operators. These two, membership operator and identity operator, includes in the Python, and the rest of the operators which we have discussed in the C language also. So before starting with our lecture, I want to tell you that I have given number of lectures on YouTube. So I want you all to please subscribe my channel so that I came to know that you all are watching my channel. So we will start with our today's topic, operators in Python. So number one is arithmetic operator. Arithmetic means we have done many things in C also with arithmetic operators. Like in arithmetic operators we have addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus, and exponential operators. So, if we have two variables, variable A and variable B, and if we are giving the value of variable A to 5, and if we are giving a value of variable B to 3 value, then if we will use this arithmetical operator, and if we are using the additional operator, then both the values will add and it will give the result of 8. If we will use the subtractional operator, then 5 minus 3 is equal to 2. If we are using the division operator, then it will give the value of 1.6. So if we are doing this division of 5 into 3, it will give the value of 1.6. This is a float value. So, but this thing will happen in Python only. If we are using this division operator in C language, then we will give the result only 1. So this is a float value, this is the integer value, and we are getting the float value in Python. This is the main difference in the division operator. We have a floor division also. We have a floor division in Python also. So this is a floor division. Only this floor division we are using in Python. The rest of the arithmetical operations we are performing in C language also. But in Python we are getting the value of 1.6. It means it is giving us the exact value in this Python. And if we are using it in C, it will give the integral value. That means it is giving the value of 1. So the next one is a modulus operator. Modulus means we are getting a modulus value of 5:3. That is, we are getting the value of 2. This is known as a modulus operator. And we also have a exponential operator, that is means 2 stars. So this means this thing also includes in Python language. This is not in a C language. That means we are getting a value of 5 to 3. That means we are getting the value of A is to B. We are giving the value of A to B. That means we are getting 125. 5 into 5 into 5 is 125. This is an exponential operator. So these are the operators which we are using in arithmetic operations. So the main difference between the C and Python is we are getting the floor division, and we are also getting the exponential value, that is a power A is to B, means a variable A has a power of variable B. The next operator is relational operator. Relational operator means we are doing the comparison between the two variables. When there is the name comes in relational, means there is a comparison between the two variables. So if we are assigning a variable A is equal to 5 and variable B is equal to 3, that means we have to do the comparison between these A and B two variables. So in relational operator we have not equal to, less than equal to, less than, greater than equal to, greater than. All these values exist in the relational operators. So if we have two values, value A is equal to 5 and value B is equal to 3, then we can say that A is not equal to B is true. Because A is 5 and B is 3, so A is not equal to B. We can say that A is not equal to B is true. Then it comes a equal to. Equal to means A is equal to B. This is false because A is assigning a value of 5 and B is assigning a value of 3. So A is not equal to B. We can say that it is a false. Then it comes a less than. Less than means A is less than B. Means 5 is less than 3. So we can say that it is a false because this is not a less than, A is greater than B. So next come a less than equal to. So if we say that 5 is less than equal to 3, it is also false. Then it comes a greater than. If we will say that value of A is greater than value of B, then it is true because variable A have a value of 5 and variable B have a value of 3. So we can say that 5 is greater than 3. So this is true. So the next is greater than equal to. 5 is greater than equal to 3. So this is also false because it is greater than but it is not equal to B. So this is all about the relational operator. The next operator in Python is unary operator. So we have seen that there is some difference between an arithmetic operator in C and Python, but there is no difference between a relational operator in Python and C language. So then it comes a unary operator. So unary operator means unary plus and unary minus. So this will assign the value to a variable. So if we have a two variable A is equal to 5 and variable B is equal to 3, so we can say that if we are assigning a value of variable A, or in this unary operator we will choose only one variable. So if we will assigning a value of plus unary, so we will say that it is a plus 5. And if we are assigning a value of variable to minus unary, then we will assign a value to minus 5. So instead of writing plus 5, we can write only 5 also. This shows that this is a positive value. And if we are using a minus sign with a variable, that means this is assigning a negative value. We will come to the next operator, that is assignment operator. This is also a very important operator in Python. When we are assigning any value to assignment operator, that means we are using assignment means equal to. When we are using this sign of equal to, that means this equal to is assigning some value to a variable. So this is a assignment operator. Assignment operator. And if we are existing any value, so if we are writing A is equal to 5, that means this 5 is assigning a value to variable A. So this is a assignment operator. If we are writing A is equal to 5 or instead of A we are using B, C, any variable. So whatever the value in front of that variable, that value is assigning to that particular variable. So in assignment operators we have some shortcut operators also, like we are using a addition, plus equal to, minus equal to, multiplication equal to, modulus equal to, division equal to. So all these are the shortcuts that we are using in assignment operators, and we can update the value in front of the in front of any variable. So if we are writing a is equal to 5 and we are writing a is equal to a plus 1, that means we are updating the value of a, and that is on the right hand side we are writing the value of a is equal to 5 plus 1, that is we are updating the value of a is equal to 6. So this is a right hand side and this is a left hand side. So we can say that this is a shortcut in assignment operator, and these things we can update the value of variable is by using the left hand side and right hand side in the assignment operator. Then in next operator, that is bitwise operator. So in bitwise operator, as I have already written on the board, that bitwise operators are bitwise OR, bitwise AND, bitwise XOR, bitwise complement, left shift and right shift. So these are the various terms which we are using in a bitwise operators. As bitwise OR means if both the values are false, then it is false, otherwise it is true. And means, and bitwise operator means if both the values are true, then it is true, otherwise it is false. Then the next is XOR means, XOR bitwise operator means both are true and false, then it is false, otherwise it is true. Then the next is a complement operator. Complement operator means if it is one variable is true, then the next is false. If the one value is false, then the next value is true. So it is opposite to each other. So the next one is a left shift operator. Left shift means left shift number of bits towards the left hand side. That is the number of bits, as I have written this value 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 1. If we are writing it as a left shift, then the number of the two values will shift towards the left, and instead of the next two values are written in front of that particular variable. So right shift means shift number of bits towards the right. So this is the bitwise operators. So if we are assigning a value here, I am using a 8-bit decimals 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 1 and 0 0 0 0 0 0 1 1. If we are using a bitwise OR operator here, then means if both the values are false, then the next value is false, otherwise it is true. That means 1 is, we are assigning a 1 to true and 0 to false. So in this, if we are using a bitwise operator, that means 1 1 is 1, 0 1 is 1, 1 0 is 1, 0 0 0 0 and 0. So these are all the false value, and we have only 3 true values. So it will assign a decimal value of 7, and we can say that number of 1 1 is true, 0 1 is true, 0 1 is again 1 true, then it's both the values are false, then it is false, 0 0 both the values are false, then the resultant is also false. Next, bitwise AND operator. If both the values are true, then it is true, otherwise it is false. Means if you will write this value again, that means if both the values are true, then it is true, then 1 1 is true, that the resultant is also true. Now it comes a 0 1, that is it is a 0, 1 0 is 0, again 0, then it's 0 0 0 0. That means both the values are true, then it is true. The resultant is 1. So in this, if both the values are true, then it is true, otherwise false. So this can show the bitwise AND operator. The next is bitwise XOR operator, means if both the values are true or false, then the value is false, otherwise true. That means if both the values are true or false, then it is true. Now this 1 1 is 0. Now next one is 0 and 1. So both the values are true and false, then it is true. Both the values are 0 and 1, it is true. 0 0 0 0 0. That means we are assigning here the value of 0 0 0 0 0 1 1 0. So we are showing the both the values are true or false, then it is only true. So this indicates the bitwise XOR operator. Then it comes the complement operator. If we are using the same value in the complement operator, it means if it is true, then it is false. If it is false, then it is true. So we will write this is true, then we will write the value of false. This is also true, then we will write the value of false. This is true, false. This is false. This is true, 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 true. So in this we are using the complement operator. If the value is true, then it is false. If the value is false, then it is true. So and next there comes a left shift operator. That means left shift operator means we are assigning the integer to the left of the variable. So in this left shift operator we are assigning a value of 1 to 0, value of 1 to 0, we have value of 0 to 0, then it is value of 0 to 0, 0 to 0. So in the last left shift, there the two integers are removing, and instead of this we are adding the two integers on the right hand side. So this is a left shift operator. Then we come to the right hand side. Right shift operator, that means we are using shifting number of bits towards the right hand side. If we are shifting the values of variables to right hand side, that means the variables, we are shifting the value of variables to the right hand side. That means we are erasing the two values from the right hand side, and instead of this we are using the new values of 0 0, and we are adding the 2 0 to the left hand side. This is known as a right shift operator. So with this we will complete our bitwise operators, and we have assigned the number of values in the bitwise operator with this. So the next one is a logical operator. Logical operator means there are three values in logical operator: logical AND, logical OR, and logical NOT. So in logical AND, we are assigning the AND sign here. If both the values are true, then the result is also true, otherwise false in logical AND. And in logical OR, if both the values are false, then the resultant is also false, otherwise it is true. And in resultant, in logical NOT, that means true. If the value is true, then the result is false. If the value is false, then the result is true. So this comes in a logical operator, and logical operators are used in a compound values in Python. So we are using a simple combined values in Python while using these logical operators. Then the next it comes a membership operator. In membership operator, we are assigning the next two operators that we are using, membership operators and identity operator, that comes in the Python language only. We are not using both this membership and identity operator in the C language. That means these are the addition operators in Python. So now we came to the membership operator. In membership operator, we have two numbers. We have in or not in. In means, in this membership operator we have sequence of elements. If we are using this in value, that means the elements in sequence have variables in list, tuples or dictionary. So we have sequence of variables in list, tuple or dictionary. So this exists in a membership operator in. If the value exists, then it is true, that is 1, and if the value does not exist, then it is false, that is true. Then we came to the not in. Not in means the variables in sequence are not in list, tuples or dictionary. So we can say that if the value does not exist, in this sequence, then it means this is true, that is equal to 1, and if the value exists in not in, that means it is false, that is equal to 0. So if the value does not exist in this not in, that means this is true and its value is 1, and if the value exists in not in, that means it is false and the value of the false is 0. So this comes in a membership operator, which is a new operator in Python, which is not in C language. Then we came to the identity operator, that is the last operator. So the next one is a identity operator, and in identity operator we have the two variables is and is not. This also exists in a Python language. If the value of the two objects exists in same value, that is, it is a identity operator. If the value of the two objects, for example, a is equal to 5 and b is equal to 4, so if both the variables have the same value, that we can say that it is identity operator, because both the objects have the same value. And we can say that if the variables are same, that is, it is true and the value is 1, and it is, if the values are not same, then it is false and value is 0. Then we came to is not. Is not means the variable, both the variables does not have the same value. If they don't have the same value, then the condition is true, and if they have the same value, then the condition is false. So this comes in the identity operator, and we also have operators in this Python language, but we don't have a increment and decrement operator, which we are using in C language also, because in Python we are using the assignment operators. Assignment means if you are using the assignment operator, that means any variable I, if we are having the assigning a value and we are assigning in Python, like increment means I plus plus and decrement means I minus minus, but we are not using these operators as increment and decrement operator in Python. We are just using these operators in assignment operators. So all this about today's lecture. I hope you will learn many things from these operators in Python. I hope you will all subscribe and like my video, and please give me the feedbacks regarding my video so that I came to know that you all are watching my channel. Thanks for today. Stay home, be safe.